What's up, everybody, and welcome to the finals of THOR Open number 1 presented by Fragbite and also brought to you by Cedon. I am here with this best out of 3 series. This is an open qualifier to get into the LAN tournament finals in Stockholm, Sweden in December. And this is a matchup of two very powerful teams, 404 versus We Has Asians. And with me once again is Shred Kid. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well, B-Ballin. Excited for this match, and I think that everybody's going to get loaded into this game, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, this is a best of 3 match. Keep in mind that all the matches for this was best of 1 because this is an open qualifier, so you too, if you have a power team, can sign up. But just keep in mind that if you do manage to win through this qualifier, you have to find a way to get yourself there. But if you do get there, the prize payout is well worth your while, $18.8 thousand total, which is quite significant these days for Dota 2.
It's quite significant for anything. Making, 4,000 bucks a person is nothing to be sneezed at.
Yeah, no doubt. Anyway, I am actually just really, really happy these days because I am loving this new patch. We're seeing so much more aggression. We're seeing so much more Batrider, and Batrider, of course, very aggressive hero. Also, my favorite hero. But this patch is just making me really, really excited for Dota once again, and it's really a much-needed sort of shot in the arm to get Dota back into a more fast-paced, more exciting spectator sport. Not that it wasn't before, but we're starting to see a bit more of stale lineups, but now I'm just really happy with this patch.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it too. Something that's actually very interesting about this patch is nobody knows how to banner pick yet. Literally nobody. Because the two bans thing changed everything. Not to mention the fact that there are so many more heroes now and so many more like OP combos. Like if you get a Shadow Demon and say a Jakiro on your team, you can't beat a tri-lane with those two heroes in it's not possible at this point in time. So nobody would have thought of that before, and not now all of a sudden it's Imba. And nobody would have first picked Treyant before, and all of a sudden he's amazing. So yeah, and Batrider's first pick. So like I said, the picks are completely messed up, and everybody is picking weird stuff. And there's all this like weird OP combos coming in that nobody's seen before. So expect to be surprised, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think pretty much the two consensus heroes these days are Darkseer and Rubik, who did not receive too many changes in the last patch. Naga, of course, the big change was that Darkseer can no longer vacuum after the Song of Siren. It's not as mindless. You can still do it, but it actually takes timing. But Batrider is being very well received these days, especially in the European scene where he didn't have too much success. And we as Asians, exactly, this is, I think, the third or fourth time they picked him in this tournament. They've, of course, won every single match with him so far. And to see him as the opening pickup for We As Asian is not too surprising for me, at the very least.
Yeah, he's a very, very solid hero. What he forces you to do, aside from obviously having to pick a strong mid laner, is he forces you to get a hero that can counter initiate immediately. If Batrider BKBs in and blinks on you, you need to have some form of making that not happen. So Bane Elemental and Enigma are two very good picks for this, but so far it looks like 404 not found. It's going to elect for just a very standard strong dual lane. So
Yep, so We As Asian decides to pick up the Chen and Venomancer. Venomancer, of course, not touched whatsoever in this last patch. Chen, the only change is that his Test of Faith now has the sub ability to send allies back home, which is pretty significant. Now it takes actually a little bit more time to get up that Test of Faith max, so you can get that shorter send back on the heal. But still, Chen versus Chaos Knight, a very, very powerful hero. If he's going on you, you can just send him right back home. Chaos Knight has very long casting points as well as less rack. So every second that can be spared is a second gain for your allies. Meanwhile, Broodmother is the pickup, and Broodmother, I think this is the first time I'm seeing her in this new patch at the very least. And although she wasn't touched too hard, her spiders actually give up a really, really big amount of gold, and she doesn't really fare too well against likes of Batrider or Veno for that matter either.
that that is she of course can't do well against Batrider in lane. He can kill all the spiders, but what it forces you to do is if Batrider is defending a tower against a Broodmother, that's your most powerful teamfight hero, not in a team fight. So what we could see is if they could lane the Batrider against the Broodmother and Batrider can get up a fast BOT, which is a really good way of him to, keep himself relevant, or we could just see some AoE-ish carry laned against a Broodmother. We don't know. I know for a fact that I saw yesterday an Alchemist versus a Broodmother in a high-level scrim get over 900 GPM laning against a Broodmother because the Acid and the Goblin's Greed just kept getting all the spiders before she could micro them out. So perhaps we could see that. I don't know. I'd like to see an Alchemist, but teams are kind of shying away from him right now.
Well, I think he was picked up a couple of days ago. I'm not too sure exactly what the game was, maybe in the Ghost League. But I know he was picked at least once, and he fared quite well. He got a lot of GPM. I don't know if he won the game or not, and that might be the big factor right there. But we're seeing support starting to be banned out by We As Asian. Ban out the Enigma, so a jungling presence removed immediately. Banning out the Shadow Shaman, and 404, they picked up 3 of their semi-carries. Of course, Leshrac will most likely be seen as a support in this game. But still, banning out suitable supports that synergize quite well with Chaos Knight, because Chaos Knight usually is most effective when he's laned with an extremely powerful support who can help set him up.
Yeah, that's gonna be almost certainly a tri-lane with the CK and the Leshrac and another thing. They're banning out the junglers because they don't want to give them an extremely powerful dual lane and a powerful jungler. So if you're forced into tri-laning with that, it means Leshrac's going to have less levels and the other support's going to have less levels. And sure, the lane will be really strong, but after the lane ends, I think you'll be in a decent position as long as you don't feed it too hard.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case. Meanwhile, 404, the Portuguese team, decides to ban out the Sand Kings, so they know that team fights might be a bit rough for them, facing against a Barrett who can make a team fight 4 or 5v4. Bananator has a significant team fight impact. Chen with that global heal is all very powerful, but right now what We As Asian is lacking is a reliable stun that's not 50-second cooldown at level 3, which is the Flaying Lasso. So we'll see if We As Asian decides to pick up a reliable stun. Meanwhile, 404 does have reliable stuns, and they have solid semi-carries to pair with them. We As Asian still has a lot of possibilities they could go into, so it'll be interesting to see what they pick up. They have experimented with Phantom Lancer in their past games, so maybe that could be a possibility here.
I think Morphling, if there's still, I know he was nerfed, but I think Morphling would be a very viable pick for We Has Asian. Okay, Beastmaster. Okay, that makes sense, because what 404 was doing was banning out, if you look at their last 3 bans, they were banning out tanky carries, or semi-carries, who are very strong in team fights, who can also clear the Broodmother spiders. Beastmaster sort of does that. His axes aren't quite as good at it. He's not quite as good in a team fight, but point is, he is very, very good at, maintaining a lane against a Broodmother. Also, Hawk and Batrider is no joke. Batrider, who has a Blink Dagger, has just a massive range of initiation, and if you can see people from really far away on the high ground with that Hawk, it lets you do so much with the Batrider Blink, and of course you can pull people over cliffs, so it's like they don't even exist.
That definitely could be the case, and right now they have 2 ultimates that could go through the Broodmother BKB. They have the Roar and the Flaming Lasso, so of course if Chaos Knight decides to pick up a BKB, once you find him and spot him out amongst his illusions, even Leshrac who could pick up a BKB, there are ultimates in place that could stop them in their tracks, and they are quite long duration as well. So very, very powerful single target lockdown abilities by We As Asians, and they're still leaving themselves open. And like you said, nobody really knows what to do at this patch in this patch at this point. There are so many strong carries: Alchemist, Phantom Lancer, Luna. We saw We As Asian use Luna to great success against Fnatic. So still, I mean, with so much uncertainty in this patch, they could pick up pretty much any carry as long as they have a game plan with it.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of expecting a Luna, just because here's my issue with the We Has Asian lineup right now. They have no damage. Batrider is their one source of damage. Chen, Venomancer, and Beastmaster are great for controlling team fights, but none of them actually deal any damage, which is very important against, the high damage output of CK Leshrac. So they'll have to... Okay, yeah, and there we see the tri-lane for 404. They pick someone who's fairly level, not dependent. But We As Asian needs a damage dealer. Luna could fit that role because she will also get rid of the CK illusions. I would think that having a Quap mid with a farming Batrider could be very appropriate. I don't know how We Has Asian like to run their Batrider, if they do a mid or safe lane farmer.
They do mid lane on Batrider.
Mid lane, okay, so they probably won't pick a Quap then. They'll probably pick a more traditional carry.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. I mean, if they do have a Quap, they might be putting too many eggs in one basket. They won't be able to match up too well in the late game against the likes of Chaos Knight and Broodmother. They still have very powerful early game, but I do not expect Quap simply because of the fact that We As Asian does like to run their Batrider in the middle lane. We could see a Quap even solo the bot lane Beastmaster trying, but that's extremely unlikely. More likely we're going to see more quote-unquote a standard carry, even though it might be sort of out of the ordinary, a farming carry.
Yeah, the Venomancer and Chen is just such a good protective setup for that defensive carry. However, I think they have to keep in mind that CK, Leshrac, and Crystal Maiden are probably going to aggressive tri-lane against them. And if that happens, it needs to be a carry with some form of escape. It does. Because even with Chen in the forest, it's kind of like 2.5 versus 3. There we go, Phantom Lancer, I like it. He can run away with Doppelwalk. Sure, they can get sentries, but the point is, he is going to be saved once or twice by that ability. So, maybe he's going to be farming a little bit more slowly at first, but it will pick up.
One thing
If,
that's
if, if they aggressive trialing, that is.
yeah, and we saw we as Asians just actually use Phantom Lancer up in their previous game. So it's a really strong pickup for them. They know how to use it very successfully. They didn't even rely on Phantom Lancer too hard in their last game, and they had a Barrett and Phantom Lancer. One thing that is notable about this We as Asian lineup is that it's going to be really hard to escape from these guys. Sticky Napalm, Venomous Gale, the Cool Beast, Slow, Penitence, even Spirit Lance will slow down their opponents by a great amount, and Queen of Pain is the last pickup. A solid laner up against Barrett gives them some damage, and gives them some much needed map mobility and ganking prowess. This is a solid pickup by 404.
It's a great pickup by 404. Queen of Pain, I think, beats Batrider when she's on the dire side. Excuse me, I had it backwards. She beats Batrider when she's on the Radiant side, but when she's on the dire side, she, at the very least, she'll tie. Basically, she's the one person who Batrider really struggles against in lane. You cannot kill her, and she's not even scared of the sticky napalm because of just the fact that she can blink away. However, you should be able to, if she goes for the Poison Sting build, you should be able to control her in. So, why don't we introduce the players?
Yep, I'll go over 404. This is a team from Portugal. They have actually fared they've had average results, but they've made it quite far through a rather easier stretch of the bracket, but still, you cannot underestimate them. They made it through 4 or 5 rounds of this THOR Open, facing very strong teams indeed. They just beat Quap Chop to get into this, so we'll see if they can make an impact right now on the Radiant side. 404, we have O Artista playing the Broodmother, Hasu playing the Queen of Pain, Status Quo playing the Crystal Main, Demian playing the Leshrac, and Run Noobs Run playing the Chaos Knight.
Yeah, and We Has Asia, I believe, is a team from Germany, although I'd probably
Yes,
got that
they
wrong.
are.
They are from Germany. So, we're going to have HHNP playing the Venom. On the Phantom Lancer, we are going to have, it looks like J-Jom? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Sorry, guys. On the Batrider, we're going to have Stand and Crit. Looks like on the Long Lane Beastmaster, we're going to have Cry Asia. And finally, on the Chen, we're going to have Moistradamus. Moistradamus.
Yeah, Moistradamus, I think.
Moistradamus? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So it's like Nostradamus, but Moistradamus, I guess.
Yeah,
A little bit
pronouncing
odd.
stuff is not my forte.
Yeah, definitely not. But, well, that wasn't supposed to sound as harsh as it
No,
did.
don't worry about it.
Anyway, just checking out the items, you can see Crystal Main has some wards. Hasu picked up an early circlet to give them some attribute bonus. Probably going to rush a bottle as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Artista has the Soul Ring recipe right off the bat, so she can easily access the side lane to get items for that. Meanwhile, do we have any sentry wards on the side of the Dire at the moment?
Yeah. It's Chen started with 2. And something that's actually kind of cool that we figured out, oh, that is a lot of pinging, is that you can start with the smoke and the sentries and the obs on almost every jungler that is an Enigma, at least, simply because of the fact that observer wards have been nerfed in their price cost. So, buffed in the price cost.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case, as supports are definitely gonna really appreciate that extra 50 gold, because in this aggressive metagame, as heroes get more and more gold from getting kills in their lanes, that gold price will help them quite a bit in terms of getting fast items, fast boots, fast bracers, and it'll make the games a lot more action-packed when supports get more items, get more levels, and actually contribute stuff in team fights.
Yeah, and it's kind of a snowball effect too, because the fact that you can always start with sentries now, even if you're not expecting an invis hero, means that they're not going to be able to block your pull anymore. It just doesn't work. Pretty much every team that I've seen at post 6.75 in scrims or tournaments starts with an observer wards if they're safe laning. So, or excuse me, starts with the sentry ward. So basically, it really helps out support so much.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. As you see, Cry Asia actually cut down the trees. Pretty typical these days. Oftentimes when we see a Broodmother go into that lane, she uses the web to cut down the trees as well. Beastmaster is just going to go back, heal up all his mana, and then go back into the lane. We'll see how 404 decides to lane this. Right now, it's a little too early to tell at this point, but we might just see that aggressive trialing like you were talking about with the Chaos Knight against the top lane. And with Chen in the jungle up against Phantom Lancer and Venomancer, who does not have the longest range, that could be trouble. But no, Broodmother is going to migrate to the top lane. They are going to put the Chaos Knight on the bottom lane. What do you think about this decision?
Well, it basically says that they feel fine in the fact that they're going to go up against Phantom Lancer. I think that they think that their Chaos Knight's going to hit his timing before the enemy Phantom Lancer hits his. Oh, wow. And I think, no, I was completely wrong. They're going to dual lane mid. Going to put Queen of Pain bot with a supporting Crystal Maiden. This is to try and shut down the Batrider.
Yeah, Queen of Pain does have a pretty good time in terms of dealing with Barrier, but she doesn't really stop Barrier from getting last hits. This lane could have a lot of success in terms of shutting down the Barrier from getting any items, but right now Barrier is just stacking napalms. Chaos Knight and Lashak do have high innate movement speed, but once he starts getting level 2 and level 3 of Napalm, they will be slowed just as hard as anybody else. Meanwhile, there was a first blood on the top lane, which I unfortunately did not catch, but there was a Sentry Ward being placed nicely by the Chen, and looks like Venomancer and Phantom Lancer managed to get the kill. And Phantom Lancer with the early gold, man, he is probably the scariest late game hero with Void. I do not want to face a farm Phantom Lancer in any scenario.
I think he's definitely in the top 3 and the best of like ultra late game. He's way up there, but he's also relevant early. If you do like a drums build on him, which a lot I know North American favors player, North American players favor. It really can be powerful.
Yeah, I think
And
we
it,
as Asian in their last match did actually build drums on their Phantom Lancer, like you said. So that could definitely be a possibility in this game. Beastmaster is managing to get some experience, and Barrier is pushing the lane. So right now, we as Asian seems to have a solid grasp on their lanes, but keep in mind, this is only a minute 30. A lot of things could happen in the laning phase.
a lot of things indeed be balling. Actually, I think I ran this very lane yesterday, the Batrider versus Leshrac and CK. It's more in Batrider's favor than you'd think, simply because he gets the level advantage up. He can actually legitimately force them back from lane. I think he wins this lane 1v2. As long as he's not ganked from anybody, and it doesn't look like he will be because he has wards, I think that he will win this lane, and it won't stop his farm at all. Like, it would have been better to just put the Quap against him, I think, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I think right now you might be right, as he's just having a grand old time in that middle lane. He's already approaching level 4. Probably going to pick up 1 level in Flame Break. Might even pick up a second point, but 6 stacks on the Leshrac. It's going to have to be pretty careful. Of course, Chaos Knight and Splurth will keep the Barrier in tracks, but you don't want to take auto attack damage. That's the big thing for Leshrac. And right now, Barrier is just doing a magnificent job in terms of pressuring the other 2 opponents back into the lane. And meanwhile, Broodmother is having a lot of trouble on the top lane as well. No components for his Soul Ring just yet.
Yeah, this is Broodmother's problem. If the enemy supports are very aggressively placing wards from minute 0, and they're controlling the lane very well, like check out these creep pulls. They're really good. It means that Broodmother
Mid lane engagement, as looks like Chaos Knight decided to dive on the Batrider. He is death, as one more attack will finish him off. Nicely done by the Batrider. Do not really know what they were thinking. Maybe they figured that Batrider is approaching the tower, they could chain the stun. So Batrider definitely seeing the benefits of that increased 0.7 strength growth per level, and was able to take all that, and with enough stacks, only had 3 or 4 stacks on the Chaos Knight, but it was enough, and he had boots of speed to boot. Nice play by Crit, and this middle lane might be in for a rough time.
Oh, it's gonna be brutal. Now that he's going to be level 6. And is that his bottle? That is his bottle. He's going to be level 6. He's going to be able to kill whichever one he wants at this point. It'll probably have to be the CK. If he gets some stacks on the Leshrac, he can dodge the stun no problem, simply because Leshrac won't be able to aim it as well. Then he can just kill the Chaos Knight with, I think, 3 stacks should be enough.
Don't burn your fingers!
As I think Shred Kid's computer might have just disconnected. That happens from time to time, so we'll try to get back into this game when we can. But anyway, meanwhile, the top lane, Phantom Lancer is having absolute free farm. Meanwhile, Broodmother only 3-1. Really unfortunate start for the Broodmother. No components whatsoever. So this is not looking good for her at the moment. And middle lane's just being pressured back so hard. Beastmaster, on the other hand, level 3, not faring nearly as well as his other compatriots on the other lanes, but still able to get some experience, and more importantly, he has not died.
Yeah, that's kind of a big thing in offlaners. If you don't die, that can be counted as a win. They did ward his Ancient stack, which kind of sucks for Beastmaster, but he'll be able to catch up. Oh, Queen of Pain's throwing out some harass now, but she's just going to try to push him back off the experience. She's not actually going to try to kill him.
Denied.
Yep, Phantom Lancer leading with 29 CS. Meanwhile, looks like Queen of Pain has 24, Barrier 22. Meanwhile, Broodmother a lowly 5, Beastmaster 5, Chaos Knight 12. You can just see how difficult the lanes are for 404 at the moment. They're going to really have to rely. I think Queen of Pain should try to pick up an early TP scroll as soon as possible and try to gank the other lanes.
Absolutely, that would be, I think, a pretty good idea, simply because you're gonna need to do something to turn this game around. Batrider has such a big lead already. It's not a good hero that you want to let get momentum.
Looks like Barrier is going to stay back for now, facing level 2 Splurth, level 1 Lightning as well. Meanwhile, level 2 Chaos Spell could hold Barrier in place for now. He might just be waiting for his opportunity, just going to get, I guess he was just waiting to buy his item on the courier. So he was just chilling around for there. Meanwhile, Broodmother trying to desperately get to that Soul Ring, but right now she might just have too difficult a time, and PL fares quite well once he gets enough items because he can easily solo counteract Broodmother's push.
Yeah, if you do the Soul Ring build on him, you will basically always have stuff to get rid of those spiderlings. And if you do Soul Ring Tranquils, as he does, it means you can't get spammed out of lane by the Broodmother.
Oh, looks like there's engagement on one lane. The chain stuns were chained perfectly as there's going to be a Flame Lasso on to the Leshrac. This tanky Barra is just too tanky. Might even go back on the Chaos rank. Just going to drop a third sticky Napalm. And Barra is just too good in this middle lane at the moment. They chained the stuns perfectly. Tried to get him, but he casted the Firefly, casted the Flaring Lasso, and was easily able to take down Leshrac, and is just going to bottle up with relative ease. And meanwhile, Chen is controlling the rune, so he's going to be able to pick up a regen rune on the bottom lane. This mid lane is lost.
I honestly don't think that 404 knew that you can't do Leshrac CK against Batrider. I think that they won't do it again, because it doesn't work as a lane. It does not beat Batrider. Batrider legitimately wins it 2v1.
Oh, there might be engaging. Crystal Main is caught. Looks like the fire immediately melts the ice as here comes a Chen as well. A couple more hits. Looks like Barrett picks up a killing spree already this early in the game. He's faring so well. He's going to be very close to picking up Blink Dagger. Might go for the urn. We see that often by We as Agents. And yes, he does pick up the urn and a teleport scroll. Just going to give him some tanking power and also give him some much needed HP regen once he starts getting his gank going. After that, he will go for the Blink Dagger, but right now he's not in any rush. He's just having a good time.
Yeah, why would he... Okay, I don't think that he needs to get an ultra fast dagger simply because they're going to be playing a little more passively early, I think, with the PL, but the big thing is, with the urn, with that extra strength, he's going to be so hard to kill.
Yeah, you can just see from the goal graph at this point in the game as there's another engagement on the Barrett Chaos Ball, and here comes Crystal Main as well. Can they kill him? Looks like a couple stacks. Barrett might be able to escape, but beautiful chain stunning as the Magic Wand is too good. Best item in the game. Might even turn on for the Leshrac. Leshrac pops his Magic Wand as well. Barrett's going to escape. Chaos Knight too slow at this point. He's trying to desperately try to catch up to the Batrider, but it's too little too late. This 0.7 strength growth buff per level is just too good. Broodmother's getting engaged on the top lane. Oh no, 404 is struggling really hard in this game.
Yeah, this is just so heavily in Weeha's Agent. It's really in their favor. Chen heal come. What was that for?
I guess just to heal up the Phantom Lancer. I don't know how much damage he took, but I guess he took enough. Maybe Chen just felt like using it.
I honestly think that may have been a misclick. I don't know why. Maybe they felt that they're not going to be aggressive and adding point in the future, so they just used it. I don't know.
Yeah, could be a possibility as another Spirit Lance coming in. But right now, at this point in the game, another Vanscale is used as the Centaur. Oh, I think Bruma's going to get right outside the range. Nicely done by Artista. But still, this top tower going to take slow sustained damage, but Venomancer wards are going to start to stack up, and this tower will be subjected under heavy pressure soon enough. Even if it might not fall fast, it will fall if there isn't any support. And here comes Yellow, the Leshrac, to provide a little bit of support to the Broodmother. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain really needs to start ganking, in my opinion.
I think it's okay to let her get one medium-sized item, but either way, top lane is going to fall, and there isn't even going to be any pressure. Oh no, Leshrac's going to get slowed. They're just going on him. Stop him, and the Phantom Lancer is going to pick up the last hit on that. Is going to be hit by the Broodmother, but just invis out and run away.
Yeah, Spirit Lance is actually no laughing matter at this stage in the game, especially against an underleveled Leshrac. You can see Leshrac level 5, meanwhile Phantom Lancer level 8. That Spirit Lance max level probably takes about almost half of Leshrac's HP. Definitely nothing to sneeze at in that regard. Looks like Batrider is just going to tank up, going to go for Strength Treads. And Beastmaster, he's okay with this. He's going to pick up his Soaring in due time, start stacking Ancients, and he'll get his farm on when he needs to.
Yeah, I don't feel like they need the Beastmaster and engages right. Like, they don't have to play aggressive, and that's why Batrider's going for more tanky items instead of a dagger. If they get initiated on, as opposed to... they won't necessarily be doing the initiating. If they get initiated on, you can't kill the Batrider with this much strength this early. You know, 1300 HP before 10 minutes? It's no joke.
Definitely not, and you can see the goal graph at this stage in the game. Wow, this is actually speaking volume. Oh, almost 5k, only one tower taken thus far. You can just see the enormous impact that the lanes have had for We as Asians. 5k gold. I mean, we've seen teams come back from much worse, but at this stage in the game, it's really, really significant.
Batrider.
Yep, Batrider in the jungle going to start stacking napalms. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain goes on Chen. Hand of God is used, nicely done, as Queen of Pain does take the fall. Crystal Main's going to get lassoed, as looks like Chaos Knight managed to pick off the Chen at the very least, but Batrider still stacking napalms left and right. Can he get the stuns going? Looks like Leshrac Edict is hitting the neutrals, unfortunately for him. Batrider picks up a mega kill, and there's going to be more stacks on the Leshrac. This is looking abysmal for 404, and Batrider picks up an unstoppable triple kill streak. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Phantom Lancer picks off the Broodmother. Nothing is going right for 404. Nothing at all.
No, this is... Well, actually, nope. I'm going to contradict you. They got the Chen there. They got Chen for their entire team, so...
Well worth it, well worth it. A little bit surprised that Quap got caught out of position right there, but really nice chainstones by Chen. I think that's what did her in.
Yeah, it was Chen.
Yep, and Beastmaster, level 8 from that engagement. Wow. He's starting to pick up his levels really fast, has 1200 gold in the bank, and has an item on the courier as well with the soaring recipe. He could start tanking up as well, might even start going for other items, maybe the mechanism, which is favored these days, but Chen is going to go for it.
Yeah. Normally, when you have a Beastmaster and a Chen, Beastmaster almost always goes for the pipe if it's needed, and it is, and Chen goes for the mech.
Yep, Phantomlights in the meantime, has picked up 70 last hits, so he's just flying out of control at this point.
Mid lane,
3800 gold for him. Meanwhile, it looks like there's going to be engagement. Chaos Bolt going to stun the Batrider, but they do not want to dive, especially against this very tanky Batrider.
not at all. It's, he's going to be hard to kill, like I said, and at this point, I'm pretty sure he is going for Dagger.
PL picks up his Relic. This is going to be dreadful for the Broodmother to face. Can't even push a lane because PL can just stand in there, juxtapose, kill all the spires. So what do you think 404 should do at this point?
I honestly don't know how you come back from the game at this point. Smoke ganks don't work against people who are this tanky. Oh, Broodmother picks up a kill on Venomancer. Well done. I did not even expect that, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit. I missed it as well. Meanwhile, Phantomlights are just chilling, just going to keep farming it up. But yeah, Smoke Gangs won't work against this lineup. They have map control, Beastmaster with the Hawk. Maybe they can start getting a timing push. I guess they're going to really have to counter their Chaos Knight to provide the takeability. But Flamebreak is just going to push Chaos Knight away. Will he manage to go on the Leshrac net being casted by the Chen? Here comes a Stomp. Barrier picks up a wicked 6 streak. This is just looking worse and worse by the second. Meanwhile, Beastmaster gonna approach the middle lane. They're gonna try to push down this tower while X is clearing the creep wave, and this tower will definitely take the fall. Meanwhile, Brewer trying to mass a critical amount of Spiderlings, but when Phantomlights picks up the Radiance, that's gonna be pretty much useless at that point, because Juxtapose in conjunction with the Radiance damage will just be too much for those Spiderlings to overcome. So right now, it's really looking difficult for 404 to come back in this game. Queen of Pain looks like she's gonna go for a Force Staff. It might even be an early rush for an Aghanims. I'm not too sure, but it might not be enough as Barrier picks up a Void Stone. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. He's just going to go for a Hex, I believe. Could be Yules, and that would be kind of...
Oh yeah, we as agents actually used Yules in the last game.
He used Yules on Batrider. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, he actually got Yules before Dagger in that game.
That's really weird.
Meanwhile, Chen is going to take the fall. Beautiful deny by Beastmaster, denying the Shadow Strike damage. We as agents just making magnificent plays all across the map. They got the kill on the Crystal Main and denied the Beastmaster to boot. Barragan uses Firefly, so it's going to be on cooldown for this, but it might not even matter as everything is just going on for 404. It's really difficult for them.
Beastmaster actually liked to go for a BOT, which I think is really cool. Basically, you have a good amount of map control, and him getting that BOT is just making it from like a good amount of map control to a massive amount.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, last hit's approaching 100 for Phantom Lancer. Broodmother, not even 40. My god, this is looking grim, and they couldn't even get a middle tower push going with the Leshrac combo. I guess they were expecting a gank, but I don't know why they couldn't take that tower faster. They're going to be able to do it right now, but it might be a little late as people are going to start getting back in position. They are going to pick down this tower at the very least. Chen is trying to maneuver himself into position. 300 away from Mech, trying to go for deny. Unfortunately, Edict is just still too good at this point.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get it, to be honest, but Edict, the damage wasn't touched, so still just as good against towers.
Uh-oh, top lane might be in a bit of trouble. Here comes the pursuit. Chaos Knight extraordinarily fast, but he's going to be too slow for now. Oh, the courier! No! Fly, donkey, fly! Oh, he's hasted. He's going to escape for now. And did Phantom Lights? Oh, he has the Radiance. This is just looking grimmer and grimmer by the second.
Yeah, at this point, like I said, I don't know what they can do. If they throw all their resources against the Phantom Lancer, which they will need to be able to kill him, they lose their other towers and everyone else gets farmed. If they try to kill Batrider, they probably can't. So I don't know how they necessarily get back in the game. At this point, I think it calls for a desperation smoke gank. So I don't know what else you can do. At least get the drum up on CK. That'll help.
Yeah, they just need to probably stay as 5 at this point, as Reigns is just going to push back Broodmother all by itself. Broodmother only has treads and soaring, 800 gold in the bank. Meanwhile, Batrider picked up the Yos as well with 1k in the bank, is just farming out of control. If you look at the graphs, they just pretty much speak it the entire tale. 10k gold lead for We As Asians this early in the game is quite extraordinary. And this is just looking a little bit lopsided at this point.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how they come back. So what We As Asians can do is they have the option of either sitting back. Oh, and here comes a smoke gank. Oh no, it's just an invis rune from CK. My bad. But either way, they are trying to take out the Phantom Lancer, but they don't know that there's sentries. Like, PL has sentry wards. He's probably gonna place one.
Beastmaster picks up a point booster, is going to go for the Aghanims most likely. Might have even picked it up for the HP and mana, but probably an Aghanim's going to give him even more range to initiate with. That Roar has a ridiculous range, I think 900 with the Aghanims?
Yeah, I don't know the numbers, but I just know it's huge.
Yeah.
I think that the HP is kind of a big deal, because if he's tanky, Bat's tanky, PL's tanky, and Chen can heal people and send him back, how are they going to kill people? Or they being We As Asians. And here we go. They're sitting smoke. Sorry, I missed that kill.
Yeah, I did as well. I was watching the Chen smoke up with the Barra. It looked like they were going to go engage it. It looked like 4-4 might have fallen into the trap. Meanwhile, Phantom picked up an easy kill. But Phantom might be in for a rough time soon enough, as here comes the engagement. He's going to pop the double walk, but no detection on any of the heroes. Does Leshrac have detection? No detection whatsoever. Did not know what they were doing with that. But they're going to waste a bit more time, and now bottom tower is going to get pressured. Here comes the teleportation in by the Beastmaster. And this should be an easy tower.
Expect the Roshan after this tower too. It's pretty much free at this point. They can't stop it.
Yeah.
They might go for mid, but I think it's more likely they'll go for Roshan.
Well, they can pretty much do whatever they want at this point. I mean, Broodmother unable to touch a tower. Middle tower is pushed by Leshrac. As We As Asians just looking extremely solid in their game plan. They are definitely loving this patch as well. As we'll see how this game still shapes up, but still, even if they pick up BKBs, they have a couple ultimates that go through it. Phantom Lancer probably the strongest late game hero in the game with Void. It's just looking. I don't know what they can do.
Here's what they can do. Desperation smoke ganks really do solve problems. So if you do them like 3 times in a row and it works. Oh, they're going on the Phantom Lancer right now. They do have reveal, maybe, but oh no, he's gonna turn around. The Queen of Pain has to run away.
Yeah.
Falls at 1840.
I think they were just trying to outlast the double walk. Here comes a Sentry Ward being placed by the Phantom Lancer. Gonna go on the Broodmother. A couple more hits. Another Sentry Ward being used. Wow, as Shred Kid aptly notes the Roshan time for the spectator booth, so it will be up in 10 minutes, but they only have until 24 minutes. GG is called, as We As Asians took that in convincing fashion. Of course, these days, GG. No, looks like there's going to be actual disconnects, so we'll get right into the next match. So, yep, we're going to get into this match, but thank you all for watching. I'll just wait until the endgame score screen can pop up so we can see the goal per minute and all those tabs. But thank you for watching. My name has been B-Ball, and you can find me at YouTube at bball773 and all those various sites with that exact username, as Phantom Lancer and Beastmaster are still in here. Rain's going to die soon enough. We're just going to wait for the final score screen. My co-caster for the series will be ShredKid. You can find him at ShredKidDota and twitch.tv/Shred_Kid. We represent DotaCommentaries.com. Shoutouts to them. Shoutouts to the Fragbite THOR Open presented by Cdon. You can sign up as well for one of the 7 remaining qualifiers. A ridiculous prize pool in the LAN finals at Stockholm, Sweden. So thank you for watching. See you shortly.
I need to get out of the habit of writing down Roshan timers and old timers when I'm casting.